What's up, everyone? My name is Mikemetic. I'm here. It's day 31 of 100 of the Richmond Public Library reading marathon that they've been having this summer. I'm privileged to be a part of it. I've been involved with the Richmond Public Library System, Richmond Public Education System for a pretty good amount of time. I have a son. He's been at the library for many years since he was very young. The library is very important to me in general. I think it's a very important way that we need to be able to access knowledge through reading in general. So being asked to do this, there was a list of books that we could choose from. So I looked over the list and kind of thought about some things going on in my life and some things that affected me and made me who I am today. And I chose the book by Asimov. It's called Foundation. This is actually a collection of the first 3 actual books in that series: Foundation, Foundation and Empire, and Second Foundation. So it's actually 3 books in one. I read Foundation, which was one of his original works that brought him to fame as a science fiction writer in the late 50s, early 60s. He was very influential in the way that he brought a lot of topics on space, on time travel, and a variety of other things to the public. One of my big influences in what I do is a female African-American writer named Octavia Butler. She's very, very heavily influenced by Asimov, and even through that influence, carved her own way and her own name and her own style in doing science fiction writing about a variety of different things and integrating people of color in a variety of different ways as well. So none of her work was on the list, so I thought the next best thing would be to read some of the author who I'd never read before, who was a very big influence on her. So I'm going to read a little passage from this, give you a little background on it also. So the book Foundation, it's about 200 pages and it takes place over about 500 years. There's about 4 major chapters in it that take places at different periods in time. And with each succeeding one, they reference the time period before, but it's like 102 years down the road after that. So it covers a good amount of time with that. So the kind of main Foundation character is a gentleman named Hari Seldon. And just to give you a reference of time for this, it's way into the future. And at the very beginning of the book, it says Hari Seldon, born in the 11,988th year of the galactic era. So there are a variety of different kind of key points that you can reference what the galactic era is, but needless to say, it's very, very, very far into the future. So with that being said, they have a form of time travel, which has always been kind of fascinating to me in a variety of different ways, just in the idea of not just traveling through time, but kind of bending space and time so that 2 places exist at once so that you can pass through. It's kind of the basic premise of what they call a wormhole is. But in this distant future, they have established a form of time travel, and really it's a matter of traveling great distances, but you're going faster than light, so that's essentially why it's considered time travel, and it's called jumping. So I'm going to read a paragraph about that, and it just talks about the protagonist in the first part of the book's experience with that. So it says, he had steeled himself, if just a little, for the jump through hyperspace, a phenomenon one did not experience in simple interplanetary trips. The jump remained, and would probably remain forever, the only practical method of traveling between the stars. Travel through ordinary space could proceed at no rate more than that of ordinary light, a bit of scientific knowledge that belonged among the items known since the forgotten dawn of human history. And that would have meant years of travel between even the nearest of inhabited systems. Through hyperspace, that unimaginable region that was neither space nor time, matter nor energy, something nor nothing, one could traverse the length of the galaxy and the interval between 2 neighboring instants of time. So that's right on page 8 of the book. It kind of starts off and sets the tone for the book, and that was something that was really interesting to me. So right into it, I knew I kind of chosen the right book for it. So it was interesting, and I'm actually an author also. In 2017, I came out with a book called Hood Haiku, which was a collection of like urban-based haikus on a variety of different things. I got it published, and yeah, it was a good experience with that. So I'm always looking for different influences on different topics, different styles of writing, and different people, like I said, that influence the people that are important to me. So that's what Isaac Asimov was. He's written a number of books. Like I said, this was his first, Foundation was his first major work. He wrote 7 volumes of it, and actually the 7th volume of it was the last book that he finished like right before he died. So the whole the series kind of spanned his whole career, but he had a number of different books in between that he wrote as well. So definitely the library's got a lot of different things. And nowadays it's not somewhere that's frequented, but I think it's something that people really need to get back to. The key is taking children there also and showing them and reading in front of them. That's kind of the thing also, is demonstrating what you want them to do rather than just telling them what you want them to do. So, Isaac Asimov Foundation, my name is Mikemetic, Hood Haiku, Richmond Public Library, all the good stuff. We're right here at Dogtown Dance Theater, first Friday. Shout out to all the people involved with this, Critias, Brewers Cafe, yeah, everybody, man, Black Discotheque, all that good stuff. So, peace out to everybody. Thanks for being here at the Starvia, Richmond, RIC, Capital City. Right, so it's interesting because one of the things I do is I'm a music producer, DJ, a variety of other different things involved with music. I had an event coming up, like I said, this first Friday. We're here at Dogtown Dance Theater, Manchester Manifest. All those good guys doing some good stuff here. So there's another event later on called Black Discotheque that I'm going to be DJing at. And I was looking for music for that, and I came across this song that I was interested in downloading. It was through a website that I kind of have a subscription to that I find stuff on. And I was reading the details of the song, because I heard the song first before I read anything about it, and I was reading it. There was a name in there that I recognized. I was like, I really recognize this name. So I was like, that's one of the characters from the book that I'm reading right now, from Foundation and Isaac Asimov. And I was like, wait a second, this is too crazy of a coincidence. So I went in and I grabbed the book and I looked it up. And it was, in fact, the producer of that track was the name of one of the main characters in the book that I was reading at the time, Foundation, Hober Mallet. And he ends up being, he's in the final chapter of the book, and he ends up being kind of like the person that starts kind of like the new era of things. So it's interesting how science fiction and literature works its way into other forms of art also. Like I said, I read a lot, I do a lot of music also, but that's not a reference that someone who had never read Foundation or had never heard of Foundation would have understood. But I instantly kind of felt a connection with the creator of the track, and even outside of the music that attracted me to it in the first place. But then it took it to another level in knowing that they had the knowledge of science fiction. Isaac Asimov, Richmond Public Library, thank you.